Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing the first topic of international relations, and that is the theory realism. Let's start with the basic assumptions of realism. First of all, realists believe that human nature is selfish and it's greedy. So therefore whatever will come out will be self-centered. So starting from this basic assumption, they will talk about power and coercion. So politics will be based on absolute power and forceful coercion from the other people and other states. States will become the main actor in the international arena. States will be calling the shots and they will be doing everything. Keeping all these things in mind, the fourth point will be that there will be no ethical considerations when taking any decision. Only self-interest will be followed and all decision will be taken in the light of self-interest. Stability can be achieved if there is a balance of power between two states, which means if the states have equal force, equal power, they have the equal military capability, only then we will have stability or peace in the region. Self-help is the next point. It is the sixth point that we have to consider, which means that states will help themselves. Nobody will come, no other state will lend a helping hand. So whatever a state will do, state should try and become self-sufficient rather than looking here and there for help. In the end, if we conclude all these 6 points, we have the 3 S in realism, that is self-interest, survival and security. These will become the paramount consideration for any state. Let's move on and discuss what is morality has to do in the international relations or in international politics. As we have already discussed, power will be the main source of policy making of any state. So therefore we have to discuss what power is. Power is the ability to influence others, which means if A wants to do something and B wants A should not do that particular thing, A should have the power to do whatever he or she wants to do. So in international politics, a state should be powerful enough to pursue its national interests. Morality will be irrelevant, so therefore the ethics and morality will not be taken into consideration. Similarly, the domestic setup, the domestic structure of the politics in a state is irrelevant. You can follow democracy, you can follow dictatorship, whatever you have, it will not have any influence on international politics of a state, or you can say the foreign policy of a state. So why power is the only thing that matters? We have to talk about human nature, which was the first point in the assumptions that human nature is greedy and it's self-centered. So therefore power and politics will be self-centered. And secondly, the world is anarchic, which means there is no system in international politics. Every state is on its own and it's trying to achieve the maximum benefit for itself. Then comes self-help. All nations are self-centered. They follow their own goals, they set their own goals and they try to pursue their interest. To preserve peace, which is of course as already discussed, based on balance of power. We have example in the history. In the Cold War, we had USSR pitted against USA. It was a bipolar situation where there were two main forces trying to get their own interest through various means. And because of that balance of power, there was no direct war between the USSR and USA, though there were engagements which are known as proxy wars. And then in East Asia, if you see, USA is balancing China through its strategic alliance with Japan. Realists believe that unipolar world cannot exist. Nations will join hands together in the form of alliances, or through arms race they will try to get balance of power by acquiring more and more power. As we have discussed, it can be through alliances or it can be through getting more and more weapons. In the coming discussions, we'll be talking about the classical school of realism, and then of course we'll move forward to the other theories. Thank you very much.